This is Joy Kihana. I'm back again with my third episode, and I am excited. I'm thrilled, as usual, to share this platform with you. I'm a mental health and family psychotherapist, and today we are going to explore how to build a healthy relationship with your adult child. Um, After this episode, I will be, exploring how to build relationships with your younger child or with your partner or with your friends. So I'm gonna try and keep it simple and more focused to a different specific category of different individuals. So yes, today's episode is about building that relationship, that good healthy relationship with your adult child. um, in my last episode I did explore how to build a healthy relationship with yourself. I started with building a healthy relationship with yourself. If you've not had a chance to watch that video, please uh, try to get time and and um, and watch it, because it has some really good tips. And also I think before you for these other episodes to make sense, I think it will make much more sense if you explore, if you get a chance to watch the previous video. So yes, um, building that relationship with your adult child. This is a topic that is very close to my heart because, for one, I'm still lucky, and I really feel blessed to still have both my parents, alive and in my life, and I've gotten a chance to really interact with them as an adult child, and so it has been such a great experience, and so that's one of the reasons why I chose this topic at this at a time such as this. I also have kids, and so that means that at one point they're gonna be adults, and so you know learning and exploring you know this topic is quite a thing for me. So I think the first step that needs to be taken from both the parents and the adult child is to really explore: does my adult child, want a relationship with me, or does my mom or my dad want a relationship with me? That is key, because sometimes, at least what I've observed and what I've experienced in my practice is that some parents or even some children will you know want this relationship, but then the other person does not want it. And as you already know, you cannot force a relationship. And some people do not want these relationships because of so many reasons. Maybe the relationship has been, was, and is still toxic, or maybe there is resentment and bitterness and anger that stems from stuff that happened from the past or from childhood. So there's so many reasons. So um, establishing if your child would want this relationship is key, or if your parent wants this relationship. Now, once that has been established, um, trying to starting from a place of you know uh, understanding that you know both of you are not perfect. As a parent, there is a possibility that you could have hurt your child uh, at one point in their life, and also as a child, to understand that you could have said or done or not have done something um, to your parent is also key. Um, Nobody's perfect at all, and coming from a place of I am both of you, or I am willing to make this relationship work and to acknowledge my mistakes and take full responsibility and ownership of what I did not do that I was supposed to do as a parent, or what I said that I was not supposed to say as a child, is key in building this healthy relationship. Um, Another step that could be quite helpful is to really manage your expectation as a child, an adult child, and as a parent. Um, you know, some society has different expectations towards adult children and also towards parents, and so really trying to manage your expectations with your child is key, because uh, your child is different from your friend's child, is different from your sister's child, your parent is different from your uncle, different from your friend's parent, and basically what you expect from them therefore may look different. um, some parents uh, some parents get stuck with the little child that they've always known, even when they're when their children are adults. So they somehow tend to expect that this child will always show up when I want them to show up. They will always follow through when I want them to follow through, and all that, and forgetting that this is an adult child and they're their own individual people now, and so they have their own priorities in life. They have their own you know things that are important to them that probably they need to to get to. Likewise, parents, so adult children sometimes get stuck with the little child in them, and expecting their parents to always be that parent that has to always be the parent that they've always been for them. And sometimes adult children will come from a place of entitlement, expecting their parents to show up the way they showed up, or to do things the way they've always done them. And that is not true, because you are an adult now, and it is your responsibility to take care of yourself, to heal from whatever it is that that could have bruised you, to address some of the issues that you're struggling with. Only you can do that for yourself. um, another tip or strategy that you could use is to treat each other as friends. Sometimes I've observed, even for myself, that sometimes we tend to treat our friends better than our family members, you know, and so and such, and as a result, we tend to either be too hard on on our parents or on our kids, adult kids, and we forget that they're human. They're human beings, and that they could benefit from uh, they could benefit from a benefit of a doubt. They could benefit from empathy, being empathetic and trying to understand where they're coming from. So really treating your adult child or your parent as a friend in that sense could help. Because I also do find that sometimes we cut, we are quick to cut a slack for our friends, which is not the case for our family members or for the people that are close to us. Seeking to understand each other is key. As we grow older, as adult children, we tend to receive love in a different way. We tend to grow from, the little kids that we were at one point. And so, as a parent who was an adult child, it's really important to, it is really important to really try and seek to understand how your child wants to be loved, how your child wants you to relate with them, what makes sense in their world. That is key. Same applies to that adult child. What makes sense for mom or for dad? How can I best express my love for them? Because again, most times we tend to love or to show love the way we know and the way we want to be shown love, forgetting that, there's a possibility that my parent or my adult child, you know, experiences love in a different way. So it is your homework, it is your responsibility to really try to seek and understand that, how your adult child or how your parent would want to experience love. Try to focus on what you can control. I've worked with parents that really like to control how their adult child thinks, how they feel, or how they take care of themselves, or how they experience life, and that is not possible. But focusing on things that are within your control, such as seeing your child for who they are, supporting them when how they need to be supported, asking them, questions such as, "What can I do to support you?" Because again, that is you being mindful of the fact that people have people will have different needs, and it's their responsibility to communicate those needs to you. So really seeking to focusing on the things that are within your control in terms of that relationship with your child is really key. Another thing that is within your control in terms of that relationship is how you respond to your parent, or how you respond to your adult child, the boundaries that you can put in place. Your parent or your child may like to ask for help from now and then, but it's going to be up to you to really put those boundaries in place and communicate those boundaries. Now, sometimes your parent may not like your boundaries, your adult child may not like your boundaries, but that is not your job. Your job is not to have them like them. Your job is to set those boundaries and maintain them in such a way that is respectful, not aggressive, in such a way that is assertive and nice and kind. Another key element in trying to build this healthy relationship is to have honest and open conversations, to communicate as much as you can, in a respectful way. It's my responsibility to communicate what I need. It's my responsibility to teach my parent how to treat me. And parents, it's your responsibility to teach and train your adult child on how to treat you. Boundaries, again, I cannot emphasize that enough. Setting healthy and maintaining those boundaries is key, because again, sometimes our parents get too comfortable, or our adult children get too comfortable, and they cross those boundaries. But as long as you've not been able to set those boundaries and maintain them, they will always enjoy the ride. So that is it for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please feel free to delve into my comment section. I really want to hear from you. I want to engage with you as much as possible. I will see you then. Thank you so much. Bye now.